How's everybody doing today? Welcome back to Knuth MX Garage. And so the last couple of videos I showed are of a 2004 CRF 450 that I rebuilt from top to bottom. However, what I generally do in this garage, which I would love to help teach you guys, anybody who wants to try and do this, and you can do it with pretty much anything. Anything you know well, you can do this with. And I just happen to know dirt bikes pretty well. So what I do is I go and I search Facebook Marketplace, Letgo, OfferUp, Craigslist, and I just look for good deals. I lay in bed at night before I go to bed and I just scroll through Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist, and I just try and find a dirt bike that's either got potential or is a nice bike just at a good price. And I haggle with them and try and get it to the best price that I can get. Then I bring it home, I go through the bike. Sometimes they need a lot of work. Sometimes all they need is to be washed. And several times I've bought bikes that all they needed was to be washed and nice pictures taken of them, and you can make $1,000 on them. And that doesn't happen every time, but it does happen quite frequently. Good pictures is the key to selling whatever you're selling. That's the key. So anyways, I have a 2013 KX450 that is in pieces, and I don't generally like to buy a bike like this. However, it was a pretty good deal and I didn't have anything else at the time, so it seemed like a pretty good bike to get. So I'll go through this one. I've already gone through the motor a little bit. I checked compression, it's got good compression. I checked valve clearances, it has good, the valve clearances are all in spec. Now I just got to go through and put it back together. The rear shock down here, which appears to have been done by factory connection at one time, but the rear shock is blown out and I need to redo that. So, but there's a lot of parts on the ground here and in that bucket right over there that have to go on this bike. And, but hopefully when I'm done with it, I should be able to make, anywhere from $1,000 to $1,500 on it, which is what I do out of my garage. I don't do it full time. I work at a motorcycle shop full time, but I do this, just on my days off, 2, maybe 3 days a week. I'll work in my garage on the bikes, and it's a good way to make side money and good side money too. And literally, you can do this with anything that you're passionate about or that you know well. You don't even have to like it, really. But you can go on Facebook Marketplace, and if you know computers, go on Facebook Marketplace and search people who are selling computers that they might not know what they have, and they're selling it too cheap, or they need to get rid of it. They just need some money, and buy it, take it home, and post new pictures of it and flip it. And there's a good guy on that I see on social media and YouTube all the time named Gary V, and he talks about flipping stuff and doing it. He goes to yard sales and does it, but it's a really good thing to get into. I made quite a bit of money last year just out of my garage, just doing this more for fun, because I like to work on bikes in my garage. So the only bike that I don't like to work on is my bike. For some reason, I don't ever want to work on my bike, but you can see I have a garage full of bikes that KX80 that I'm working on and then trying to sell for somebody, and a little PW50 that needs a little bit of care. But anyways, back to the 2013 KX450. It's got a nice little hour meter on here, 172 hours. I don't know if you can see that, but and that's probably only when they put the hour meter on there. Who knows how many it actually has on it. But regardless, it's got some nice parts to it. It's got aftermarket triple clamps. It's got factory connection suspension. So I'm sure that this bike will turn out to be a pretty nice bike anyways. Hopefully a fairly nice bike. But anywho, I will, as I go through this, I'll post some more videos about it. Oh, and another thing, a good brand new plastics kit will make any bike look better. So, just a little tip. All right, that's all I got on this one. So you guys stay tuned and I will keep showing you more bikes.